What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Fresh Yiddy coming at you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to set up pressure washing Facebook ads. Again, everybody, welcome to my live. It's Mr. Fresh Yiddy coming at you with another video, guys. We're going to be talking about, again, setting up pressure washing Facebook ads. And I just want to say that twice, make sure that the live caught everything I said in the beginning. But before we jump into this stuff, man, I just want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you never miss an upload. So let's go ahead and jump right into this because I know you guys love to get straight to the content here. So whoop, there we go. We're in Facebook ads business. Okay, so once you guys actually get into this business, Facebook business ads, you want to come over here to your business tool and go to ads manager. All right, and then in your ads manager you're going to be able to set up your ads. All right, so we're going to start by jumping right in here and just creating this ad. Okay, guys, this is going to be a step-by-step guide. I'm going to show you everything step by step, how to set this stuff up so you guys can get profitable ads and get people coming into your business on autopilot, because that's what I do here. Okay, and if you just already know how to do this and you want to just go ahead and jump in, I'm going to put links down in the description to where you can get my pressure washing blueprint, the paid Facebook ads pressure washing blueprint. Okay. So that link will be down in the description if you guys just ready to just jump into that and see what's going on. But I implore you to stay and listen to what I have to say, because this is going to be very, very informative and you're going to love this. And you know, you probably guys are probably thinking about, why is this guy always just coming on live and he never tells us when? Because I just do it, guys. I just like to when I think about it, I get up and just do it. And then it's a replay so you guys can do it. Now, what I want you to do, guys, to do is go ahead and share this video with everybody you know that might benefit from this, because you're a good friend and good friends share great, great things, right? Anyway. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump in here. We're going to create a new ad here, and we're going to create a traffic ad, okay? A traffic ad. Now, I'm not going to jump into all the specifics of all of these things. I do free live trainings on my Facebook page. So there's a link in the description for that if you guys want to go to my Facebook page, and also my pressure washing group. I do free training, and it's a lot more in depth than this would be, but this will definitely get you started. I kind of explain all of these things and try to, get you to understand what's going on. But we want to get you guys profitable, and we're going to get you guys started right away. So we're going to hop in here. We're going to do this traffic thing here, okay? So the consideration is traffic, because we want people to come to a spot on the web that is our own spot, right? And in my blueprint that I have for you guys, totally free, it's absolutely free to you, linked down in the description, I'm going to show you how to do my ATR method. I'm not going to go through that tonight. If you definitely want to see that, that's definitely download and you'll be able to see that. But this is like a portion of that, because this right here will get you set up with the knowledge that you need to go ahead and work all the way through that ATR method. Okay, so we want to do a traffic ad because we want people to come to a destination like a website, an app, a Facebook event, or a messenger conversation. Okay, so you can do all of those things. Those are great things to do. So let's go ahead and hop in here. So boom. Now we are creating a new campaign. Now think about it. Your folder here is just that. It's a folder. All right, it's a new campaign. It could be any type of campaign that you want it to be. So for example, if you just want to do like a 10% off for spring, which I recommend doing it because it's a really good thing to do. If you want to do like a 10% off for spring, that is your campaign. Now, if you want to do something for, winter, you can say, 20% off for winter, or, you can run any type of special that you want. People love specials. People like discounts. Okay. And you know what we do, for the marketing. Here's a nugget. In marketing, if we're giving a 10% discount, some of us, we charge an extra 10% on top. Then we take that extra 10% off, so it makes it the regular price. Okay, that's just a tactic if you want to use that. Okay, not saying you have to, not saying it's the right or the wrong thing to do. It's just a tactic that you can use if you would like to do that. Most people will do that. I sometimes do that on occasions. But anyway, let's jump into this. Okay, so let's just say this is our 10% off spring sale. All right. So this is basically what our campaign is going to be. So we'll know we name it based on that. Okay. And then coming down here, we want to stay on auction. We said campaign objective was traffic, so we don't want to mess with that. A/B split testing. We'll definitely jump into that on another live. But right now, we just want to get the basics down so we can get ads running and make them profitable. Okay. All right. So the optimization, you can turn it off or on. You usually want to turn it on because if you're going to do more than one ad set, and we will do that definitely when it comes time for it. But right now, we want to just leave this off. And the only reason why we're leaving this off is because we're making one ad, and we want to see how far our ad will reach. If I turn it on, it won't show exactly how far it reaches on the next screen because it's going to optimize, so it can't really tell you exactly how many people it's going to actually reach. Okay, or how many people will actually click from it. All right, so we're going to leave this off right now, but note that we will turn it on when we create more than one ad set or more than one ad, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So moving on to the new ad set. Okay, so your ad set, it can be a set of different ads. Okay, so you can run multiple ads here. Okay, I'm giving you guys too much information right now. But anyway, you can run a bunch of different ad sets here, and then anything, it's easy just to do that. Just to come over here, click duplicate. You're going to add more, and then you can just change them after you duplicate them, right? So you can do different type of ad sets. Now, this ad set is basically your audience. This is where we really, really need to hone in. Okay, so we can break down our audiences any type of way you want to. So this is where Facebook ads gets really intricate in the start. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's one big machine, but it's a lot of moving parts that you can do inside of it. So you got to kind of have a strategy, and I do have a strategy. Like I said, it's in my paid pressure washing ads blueprint. The link is in the description. You can definitely go download that. That's the strategy part of it. Okay, but let's get this right. So you can break your audience down. Like, say, for example, you just want to test men versus women. So you can do an ad set for that targeted only women. You can do ad sets that only target men. You can do ad sets that target both men and women. You can do ad sets that target men and women between the ages of 30 and 35 who have this interest. You can do women and men between the ages of 35 and 55 who are interested in this. Okay, so it's a lot of different ways you can break it down. So this is how you want to name this ad set. Okay, so who are you marketing to? All right, so we're just going to leave this generic from right now, knowing that we can market to a bunch of different people. So let's go ahead and let's just say we're going to market to everybody. So men and women, okay, in a certain area. So most of us, when we do our pressure washing ads, we want to do a certain area. We want to stay in a certain area, especially if you live in a bigger city. If you live in a smaller city, a smaller county, and you can get to a lot of different places, then you kind of want to just go pick the places that you that you can get to in a short amount of time, or however far you're willing to drive to get jobs. All right, so I'm just going to say men and women, and we're going to do this in Virginia, where I'm from. Okay, and I'm just going to market to let's just say Hampton. I'm going to do Hampton and Newport News. Okay, and we'll look at other places. 757, stand up. All right. I'll put that at the end. My boys. 757. That's right. All right. So we're going to come to a website, right? So we want to put our website here. We can also send them to an app, which I don't recommend doing that unless you have an app. That would be cool if you did have a pressure washing app. Maybe I need to stop talking and just do that. Then you can send messenger ads. Now, messenger ads, I wouldn't recommend these right now if you're just starting out. If you have a bigger budget, I would recommend messenger ads. I would say at least $1,200 a month on this, because it does cost way, way, way more. the lowest I've seen it is about $5 every time someone actually messages you. Now you might think, well, that's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad until you start getting people who are messaging you that says, "Oops, I didn't mean to message you," because they're clicking on the ad thinking that they're going to learn more, and they're actually sending you a message, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't mean to send you a message." So that's why that happens, right? And then I'm going to show you the difference really quick right here. So let's jump down really quick to the budget. Right now I have it set at $20 a day. Okay. So watch what happens when I click from website to Messenger. If you look over here, you'll see the link clicks will be 143 to 412 on a $20 a day budget. Let's click to Messenger and see what happens. See how it goes down from 85 to 256, from between 85 and 256. And from my experience, you probably want to be closer to this number. It's usually always between this number and this number, but it's more closer to this number than it is to this number. So you're talking about 85 clicks, link clicks at a $20 budget. And that doesn't mean you're going to get 85 messages. That means people will click on it. So think 85 times 5 at the low end. All right. Most of the time, it's really between 10 and 15, or 10 and $20 per message. Okay. So you want to get the most bang for your buck there, right? So that's one reason why we want to go with website. All right. These things we're not going to worry about right now. That's for a more, in-depth training. So let's talk about the daily budget. The daily budget right now, I have it set at 20, but you can go all the way down to $5, guys. So $5, and you're getting 77 clicks. So think about that as opposed to the Messenger, where we saw 84 clicks at a $20 budget. You can even get 77 clicks, almost that, and those clicks are going to go to your actual website, right? So you want to have a good website. Now, the great thing about this is that you don't have to have a paid website. Like, you don't have to have a paid website. You can get a free website. And I got a training coming up coming up really soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 days, on how to build a free website. And then you can integrate that with your Facebook ads, so you don't have to worry about paying for a website, and you can have an awesome looking website, guys. Awesome. All right. So you can go all the way down to $5. I would recommend you start at $5 because you need to start. We need to test. Okay. And again, like I said, testing is in a separate, video that I'm going to be doing. I'm actually going to do a webinar on some other things. So if you guys are interested in that, please join the Facebook group and be on the lookout for that. Of course, all the links are in the description. Okay. So $5 is good. All right. So when you start, you want to have a start date that starts at midnight. Okay. So you want to change this to midnight. Okay. All right. So 12 a.m. wherever you are in the world. Okay. 12 a.m. wherever you are in the world. Okay. The reason being is, let's say right now it's 11:40 p.m. Eastern time. I didn't know it was that late. All right. So 11:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. Okay. So if I were to run this ad and I started at 11:40, Facebook would try to get all of my clicks between 11:40 and 12. Right. So I'll be kind of like wasting money there a little bit. All right, so I want to start it at midnight, so it gives it all day long to run. Okay, so that's why we want to do that. All right, here is the nitty gritty right here. This is where people miss the mark. Really, the audience targeting is the biggest thing, right? So we need to make sure that we're targeting the right type of people. Now, who do you target? Well, that's based on the demographics, where you live, in the market there, and what areas you're going to be marketing in, because those areas are going to determine these things: age, targeting with their demographics, the interests and things like that. So let's go ahead and start working on this. Okay, so the location, remember, we want to be in where? Virginia, Hampton, and Newport News. Okay, so let's go in and we're going to edit this from United States, and we're going to change this to Hampton, Virginia, right? Boom. So boom, there it is. So there's two ways you can do this, right? So you can do a range. So it says Hampton, Virginia, and it's going to give me a 25-mile range that I could go in. Okay. So this is a easy way to just like if you living in a place where there's a lot of cities or different counties that you can get to really quickly. For example, like this one, from where I'm from, there's 7 cities here, all in this one little area right here, within 20 miles of each other, 25 miles of each other. We don't normally go to the Eastern Shore. That nobody really goes out there. Everybody stays in this area here. So there's 7 cities. Hampton, Newport News, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Suffolk. Is that all 7? And then up here you got Williamsburg. They're not a part of that. Well, they are, but they're not really. We'll just say they are, but they're not. Some of those people will probably get mad. But anyway, these cities here, okay? So I can just leave it at 25 miles. I can drop it down to 17 miles. Hey, I don't want to travel no more than 17 miles, and I want to market to all of these people just in the 17-mile range. I can go all the way up to 50 if I want to. Okay. So you can do that. Now, I'm going to leave it down here, or I can just take this off totally and just do current city only. Okay. So I can do Hampton, Newport News, and then I can add a location. Hampton, Virginia, and then I can add a location. Let's put Newport News. So if you want to just do cities, okay. So maybe you just want to do, just these 2 cities and nothing else outside of that. That might be something that I would want to do if I don't live in this area anymore right now, but I live in Georgia. But if I were doing this area, I would stay in between Hampton, Newport News, and Poquoson, and up in here in Williamsburg, where Busch Gardens is. And I would stay on, what we call the peninsula. The reason being is because traffic between here and here, it gets really bad because it's very, very, very congested. And, these things right here, there are bridge tunnels that cross this water here, get very congested because they're 2 lanes. And so we don't want to be driving over here at 3:00 in the evening, okay, or back. So we want to stay on one side of the water, what we call it, staying on one side of the water. And we want to stay in this area. So for me, and if I was working in this area, this is what I would do. I would do just this city, and not do a range because I don't want it to have to go way over to Smithfield, okay, which is not that far away, but it is kind of a hassle once the traffic starts. So that's just something you might want to do, okay? Think about that. All right. The last thing with this is we want to make sure that we click people living in this location and not anything outside of that, because people living in or recently in this location could mean that people have traveled to this location maybe just on vacation, and you'll be marketing to them, and you don't want to do that because that's going to waste your money. You want to just market to the people living in this location. Okay. All right. So now, as far as the age range, this is something that you have to come up with. You need to figure out where your age range is. Now, I know this area as far as, growing up there and living there. And I know it's mostly a retirement area up in places like Williamsburg, but in Hampton, Newport News, it's a lot of millennials. So I want to be probably around 30, I would say 35 to about, let's say about 55 there. And this one, we're going to run all genders, again, men and women. And then this is the GOAT here. This is the kicker here, the detailed targeting. Now, you have to make sure that you target the right type of people, okay? Now, in pressure washing, it's really kind of hard, I would say, because there's no direct, exact interest that people would have, because you're looking basically just for homeowners. Now, you could put homeowners And I think homeowner association would come up with this. So homeowner, people who are interested in a home, that doesn't necessarily mean that they do have a home, but it's people who are interested, and maybe they're interested in buying, things like that. Now, homeowners association, that might be a good one because people in the homeowners association who have interest in homeowners association probably are homeowner association people, and you probably want to reach out to those people. So that's a good one to kind of target. Okay. And I just want you to take note really quick of what this is doing. Okay. Your audience definition. You definitely want to have a good audience definition. Now, you don't want it to be too specific, and you don't want it to be too broad. Okay. Kind of want this good happy medium. So usually the rule of thumb is between 100,000 and 500,000 people you want to be targeting. Right now, we're reaching fewer than 1,000 people, and that's just mainly because we have these two areas. And if I take off, let's just say I take off this. All right, it says I'm reaching 95,000 people, and it's 95,000 people between the ages of 35 and 55. That's just it, that live in these two cities. All right. So I'm already down. Okay. And I need to actually come up about 5,000 more people. Okay. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to expand this just for the purposes of showing you how to do this. All right. Okay. So I would use a little bit of different strategy with those two cities, and so let's just say we're able to go about 30 miles or so. Okay, 30 miles. So then that should give us 460,000 people. So that's better. Like I said, we already hit our sweet spot, but let's see if we can just get it to like 100,000. Okay, so so let's go back here. So most people who have homes probably would visit the Home Depot, right? So here's a good one that you can use. Interest, Home Depot, and boom, now we're down to 85,000 people. Okay. So this is a good one to use. You could also use let's see, we could use the exterior cleaning. People who are interested in exterior cleaning. And that's going to keep us up there. You could also do gutter cleaning. People who are interested in gutter cleaning. Of course, you'll probably end up getting some people who are contractors and things like that, people who actually clean gutters. So, you got to think about that. And so forth and so on. So you got to think about kind of what your customers are interested in, and you kind of want the people to have homes. Okay. So you got to think about what type of people or what kind of interests, what people have, who might have homes. Okay. All right. So you got to kind of think out of the box on that one. But here's a good one, exterior cleaning or the Home Depot. Probably better with just the Home Depot, things like that. So that is where you have to really dial into that. And with actual market research that I do, I can definitely help you hone in on those. So if you definitely need help, click the links in the description. All right. Okay. So let's just say we're good here. Now, remember, we're only spending $5 a day, and we're still going to be getting between 18 and 52 clicks. Now, again, like I said, this number usually falls, the actual number usually falls in between these two numbers, but it's usually more closer to this number. So I would say with this ad, you'll probably get around 22 to 24 clicks, I would say, on this. Now, that's depending on how you actually do your ad. Okay. Now, with your placements, you guys want Facebook to, do these automatic placements reason why is because Facebook is smarter than us. We're gonna let Facebook use its use its smarts, its algorithm, everything to find the right people. We don't want to be searching. We don't want to be searching and clicking through these manual placements and trying to figure out, okay, what, where are people going to be? Oh, I think, because what happens is we kind of go off of our own, judgment. Like, what would I do? Like, well, everybody's not like you, so don't, take your heart and your mind and what you would do out of it, and just let Facebook do it. Okay, once Facebook figures out the right thing, they'll start sending them to the right places. Okay, all right. Facebook is way smarter than us. Let them do it. Okay, this stuff, optimization and delivery, leave it here. Don't mess with this stuff, especially the cost control, because if you change your cost control and try to get small, cheaper ads, then it'll only deliver it when your ad will reach or stay under that cost control. Okay. So for example, you say, I want 1 cent clicks. Well, it's probably never going to deliver your ad to anybody because it costs more than 1 cent to deliver the ads, according to Facebook. So, don't mess with that. All right. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next thing. All right. And that is actually the ad itself. Okay. So this is where you name your ad. So you might have, the $10 spring sale. You might have the Easter bunny video, and then you can add the next one. The next ad might be the St. Patrick's Day ad for spring or something. You can have different type of video ads or picture ads or however you want to do it. Now, I always say doing the video ads is way better than doing the actual picture ads. Now, traditionally that's what works for me. Okay, and so it might be different for you. So I would try a picture and a video just to start out. So again, like I said, you can just go in here and click duplicate, and then you can follow the steps that I'm doing right now to fix that second one. Then you'll have 2 different ads. Okay. All right. So identity, you definitely want to have your Facebook page and your Instagram attached, because when it starts sending stuff out, it's going to send it out like that. All right. So we're going to do create an ad. All right. And single image or video. Okay. You could also do an existing post if you have a post on your let's say your Facebook business page. Don't boost post. Come in here and then use an existing post, the post that you already said. You're able to set your targeting up a lot better, and a lot, it'll be a lot cheaper if you come in here and set it up like this. Okay, so instead of boosting the ad, just come in here and do exactly what I just did, and then click use existing post. Okay. All right, so we're gonna create an ad, single image or video, and we don't want to worry about this. Now, carousels work pretty good. Hadn't worked too well for me, but I've had some people say that it had some success. And collection, I haven't really used that one at all. But video usually is the top one for me. Okay. All right, then we come in here. We're going to add our media. You add your media just normal. Okay. I'm going to add a video. So my videos are coming up. So I'm just going to add this one that I always use here. All right. And excuse me, it's going to get loud in here. Hopefully I just turn this down. All right. Now this will optimize automatically for you. Okay. You can change it if you want. But usually I like to leave it where Facebook thinks is going to be the best. So cool. All right. So we have our ad in here, our video ad in here. Now, when we come in here to our primary text, this is where you can really get creative. All right. This is where you want to do different type of things, write a bunch of different copy, so that you can, entice your audience to, purchase from you or to look at your website. Okay. So I have a few different ones that I've used here, and I just try different things. So always just try different things. So, an example, like I have this one. I always use this one. Make your home sparkle with a cleaning from X company or whatever your company name is. Okay. And then give them benefits and stuff of cleaning, cleaning their home, the normal stuff, improves curb appeal and increases the value of your home, remove mildew and stuff that are eating up your paint, blah, 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 blah. All that good stuff. Okay. So you guys know that stuff, right? So just give them a good value proposition. If you heard about value propositions, give them a good value proposition, and that'll work for you, okay? And then in your headline, this is where you want to have 5 words. Now, there's a lot of information about these headlines, and they said that 5 words. When you hit that magic number, that magic 5 words, that's when you start converting 30% higher. Okay, so it's a lot of information out here about that. I think I should do a video about that as well, but you want to keep your headline in here. So it's usually like something like get 10% off call now, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So try to get your thing down to 5 words or less, okay, or hit that 5 words. So I have a few things like here, like boom, free Facebook ads training, get 20% off your house wash, something like that, okay. And then description is optional, but you can explain your offer, okay. So I say get 10% off, call now, get 10% off when you book through Facebook or something like that, okay. So that way in your ad, people understand, see what's going on. So they're like, boom, they read this part. Or most people don't read that part. They just read that first line. That's called being above the fold, because it'll disappear and say more. But they'll read that first part. So that first part is important. And then they'll look down here and see, okay, if I get my house wash, boom, I get 10% off. All right, so let me learn a little bit more. And that right there is our call to action, ladies and gentlemen. Call to action. We definitely want them to have some type of call to action to go to some place. Okay, so you want them to go to your website. Now you can also have them go to a Facebook event, or you can have them have a phone call. Okay, now what happens with the phone call is a lot of times people will, just like that messaging one, people will click on the phone call thinking that they're going to go to a website, and they actually start calling. They're like, ooh, I don't want to call right now. And they click off. Okay. So in order for these to work, there's another strategy that you need to use for those to work. And they work beautifully, guys. They work absolutely beautiful. Okay. So it's a little bit of a different strategy. If you want to know that, just let me know about that. Okay. And so this is where you put your website. So, www.website.com or whatever, your website is. Okay. So that is the website that you guys are going to put in, not this one, but your actual website. Okay. All right. So, that's cool. So now you have your ad set up, your call to action. It's usually learn more, get access. Not really. Subscribe, those things. I tend to stay away from sign up or subscribe, because it's kind of like, people's like, hey, I don't want to subscribe. I just want to know some more information. I just need a little bit more information to see if I'm ready to call them. Okay. So boom, learn more is a great one. Or get quote. You can you can use the get quote one. All right. You can just put down in here, instead of saying get 10% off, to say free quote, free call now for your free quote. It's in your headline. So this part here, this bold part, call now for your free quote, and then boom, get quote for your call to action button. Okay. All right. Now that you have a awesome, ad set up, you can go ahead and publish it. But before you publish this, you definitely want to have some type of tracking, so it can track your website clicks at all. I mean, things on your website. Also, how many people click this? Because what happens is when people click this, Facebook is going to gather their information so that you can follow them around Facebook. That sounds creepy, but not really, because what happens is Facebook will use this information so that you can send another ad to the people who click on it. Because if they clicked on it, then they're probably mildly interested. But if you want to continue to do what we call retargeting, we want to continue to retarget these people until they eventually purchase, or they get off Facebook and say, leave me alone. But you definitely want to retarget people. And the way to retarget them is to have a pixel, okay? And you definitely want website events. And you want to set up a pixel. Now, this is my pixel. It says beauty products because I was running a bunch of different stuff. And I made this pixel when I was kind of like testing out Shopify and all that stuff. So I just kept it because it was going to the other website. So I have that one. And then I also have one for my for some other things for my pressure washing company. Okay, so you definitely want to use that pixel. And if you need to know how to set up a pixel, I'm definitely going to have a training coming up on that. So definitely jump in the Facebook group so you can see exactly when that training is. It's going to be for a small fee. You guys will be able to get in there. I think it's going to be about $15. So $15, show you how to set up a pixel, put it on your website. Question and answer period. We'll show you how it works in connection with Facebook and all the great things that you can do with it, and it'll take your Facebook ads to the next level. All right, guys. So if you're interested in this stuff, man, you're trying to figure out Facebook ads and you just don't know what to do, this has been informative. If you liked it, if it was you gained some value from this guy, then definitely give me a like, comment, share the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to know the strategy on how to get people constantly coming into your business and calling you and setting up appointments, you want to learn the ATR method, I have a free PDF that's going to show you the ATR method. It details everything exactly from the beginning. Awareness, targeting, and retargeting is the ATR method, okay? And again, like I said, it's a free PDF. Definitely go click that, download it, and enjoy it, man, and definitely get your ads, up and running. And you're probably saying, like, why would you give this stuff away to us for free? Well, the reason why I'm giving it away to you for free is because I want you to write an awesome testimonial. Now, when you do this and it works, I want you to come back, send me a message and say, man, this actually worked for me. Thank you very much. Just give me a good, awesome, testimonial, and I will definitely be very appreciative of that, however you say it. So, thank you for joining, man. Thank you for checking in. I hope you gained some value. Remember, the links are in the description. Go ahead and click those links. Download the paid pressure washing ads blueprint today. All right, it's Mr. Fresh. You dig?